Let's explore three of many reasons as to how the eyes, head and neck are hugely influential on how we move. So just initially, loosely speaking, our eyes drive our behaviors. Where we look is where we move. Almost 80% of our sensory feedback we receive comes in our kind of visual based system. So much of our sensory awareness actually comes through the eyes. So once again, where we look is where we move. And then secondly, the idea of hand-eye coordination. It's not called kind of pelvis-eye coordination, foot-eye coordination, ribcage eye coordination. It's not even called eye-hand coordination. It's called hand-eye coordination for a reason, that the hands will follow the eye. So think about, for example, as you steer a bike around a corner or you throw a basketball or a hoop, we don't kind of look at the handlebars and steer or look at the ball and throw. We look around the corner, we look at the hoop, so therefore the hands will follow the eye. So much of what we see in swing, for example, hand path and how the hands are moving through swing are simply responding to the visual perceptions we receive through the eye. So for example, the eye orientation, the head position is then hugely influencing, for example, why and how the hands then move through space. So again, our eyes drive our behaviors, where we look is where we move, hand-eye coordination. And finally, the idea of kind of skeletal rotation actually starts in the upper cervical spine, right about kind of C1. To be very precise, it actually connects into the jaw and the teeth. So much of our actual skeletal structural symmetry actually connects back to really how well we align those canine teeth. So imbalances we may see through foot and ankle, through the spine, for example, through the shoulder, actually connect back to misalignment through how well we align our canine teeth. These are three of many reasons as to why we move the way we do that connect back to the influence of the eye, head and neck. Firstly, our eyes drive our behaviors. Where we look is where we move. Secondly, the hands will typically always follow the eye. And then finally, rotation starts at the neck. So many adjustments you see, for example, how we move through the thoracic spine, into the hip joint and pelvis, through the lower limb, is simply responding to imbalances and adaptations and constraints through that upper cervical spine.